So today we are talking about microphones. We're talking about the Rode NTG-3 and the Audix SC1X hypercardioid. You know, the Rode NTG-3 has been with me through a lot. I use this for everything, but I picked up a hypercardioid because, as you can tell, I'm in a super reverby room right now. I'm in my kitchen. We've got vinyl floor. It's basically just a box of reverb. There's nothing in here that's absorbing sound waves at all. And that's where a shotgun microphone like the Rode NTG-3 is supposed to not perform as well as a hypercardioid. And so that's what I'm testing. When I'm out on the road shooting a documentary, oftentimes we end up in rooms that are a little bit like this. And so I want to see if I can get better performance out of the Audix as opposed to the Rode NTG-3. Okay, so another part of my test, which I'm not as much interested in because I really do love how the Rode sounds in my studio here. I'm really just curious how the Audix performs. I don't need a new mic for this sitting at the desk and recording setup because, well, one, it's for YouTube and I don't need to spend any money on that. And two, I really like how the Rode sounds. So this is just another experiment here. See what happens, see if you can hear the server that's behind me, those kind of things.
Hi, I'm Trevor, this is Chase, and one of us is an audio professional. So the Audix one sounds a little bit crispy. It's really low on the bass frequencies. The Rode, it seems a little bit more full because it has heavier response in the bass frequencies, and I was trying to listen for the difference in picking up background noise because there is a little bit of reverb given the space. So I went back and forth listening just for the reverb tails, trying to hear, and it just sounded like, honestly, I would have guessed like the Rode seemed a little bit quieter, but then I thought maybe it's just because the bass is overpowering the tail a little bit that you don't hear it as much. But I think it's still there just as much as the Audix. Just based on what I liked more raw, the Rode sounded a lot better. I don't think they're gonna stay on.
Hey, so one last thing before I give you the final technical results. I did listen back to this video after it was done on my phone, and using phone speakers, surprise, you can't tell a difference between the two microphones. So I've got my test results in for these two microphones. First things first, the Audix is definitely just a quieter microphone. In moments of silence, the Rode, you can hear just a lot more of what's going on, and also, even though they're set at the same gain level on the inputs on the C200, the Audix is somewhere around 5 to 7 decibels quieter when I bring it into Premiere and I'm watching the levels, so I've actually had to boost it to equalize the audio level between the two microphones. So doing a little bit of frequency analysis in Premiere, bringing it into parametric equalizer to see what I'm working with. The Rode, I mean, you don't have to look at the frequency analysis to know that it is just a bassier, boomier kind of microphone. It's got a lot more going on in the low mids and the bass than the Audix does. The Audix has more going on above 20,000 hertz. Shout out to the 20,000 hertz podcast. But that doesn't really make that much of a difference. When it comes to reverb, which is really the one thing that I wanted to test out here, right, is does the Audix reject reverb better than the Rode? The test is kind of inconclusive. The Audix did sound a little bit better in terms of reverb rejection in the kitchen, but because that reverb was super boomy, I'm not sure if it's just because the Audix has a different frequency response and has less of those low mids and bass going on, or if it's really rejecting any audio based on its pickup pattern. So that's inconclusive, and that's a little bit disappointing because the main reason that I bought the microphone was to see about improving reverb rejection in super reverby, echo chambery rooms. So will this mic be in my travel kit? Will this be coming with me? I'm not sure yet. It's definitely not going to be my studio mic of choice. The Rode is going to stick with me in the studio just because, especially for my voice in particular, I like how it sounds into the Rode. I'm going to keep trying it out in situations where there's a lot more reverb, when I'm in rooms that don't have anything, don't have any carpet, nothing soaking up reverb. I'm going to keep testing it out. I do like that it's so small. Like, that's just a nice thing to have. Hopefully this video gives you some good samples that you can listen to on your own and make your own conclusions for which of these mics fits best for the work that you're doing.
All right, Drew, do your magic.